KNDY.
And a good afternoon and welcome to JC Ballpark, Pittsburgh, Kansas. I thought we were here a year or two back. It was 5 years ago. Marysville played in the American Legion State Tournament down here in the southeast, and I mean southeast corner of Kansas. Bruce Bjerking checking in with the Class B state champion, Marysville, post 163. Congratulations on a tremendous performance last week and a great season overall. As a result, they received invitation to play in the Class A state tournament, which includes the larger schools, if we will, by population at least, the larger teams in Kansas. We are game 3, 4 games in this first round today. As earlier, Topeka Post 421 Senators dispatched Iola Post 15 Indians 4-3. That was a great ball game as Topeka prevails. Game just ahead of us, Hiawatha Post 166 Braves defeat Chanute Post 170 6-5. Hiawatha was up 5-1, gave up 4 runs, tied the ball game. They changed pitching in the bottom of the inning, and Hiawatha gets a walk for the tie and a walk for the win, 6-5. Hiawatha advances. The late game today, Pittsburgh Post 64 Silverbacks are hosts of Fort Smith County Post 220 Blue Raiders. We're the only team without a mascot here. Marysville Post 163 facing Ottawa Post 60 Arrows this afternoon. We're minutes away from first pitch. Stay tuned. Live from Pittsburgh, continuing coverage, a service of our KNDY Sports Booster Club members.
I'm Liz Warren, your Marysville Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That is why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Marysville Bulldog Athletics on KNDY. Call 785-562-5533 today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
My family and I are needing a place to stay in Marysville. Do you have any suggestions for a nice place?
I've heard that Heritage Inn Express is the best place in town. They have free breakfast and large rooms to accommodate the whole family. Plus, you can bring your pets with you.
Wow, really? I can bring my pets with me? I was hoping that I didn't have to leave them at home. Heritage Inn Express sounds like the perfect package for a whole family.
You can go see them at 1155 Pony Express Highway, Marysville, Kansas, or give them a call at 785-562-5588.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to marysvilledentalcare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
Hey Bulldogs, the Marysville High School Alumni Association has a website for you, marysvillealumni.com, your one-stop hub for all things alumni. Submit your reunion details, update your contact information, and see what's going on with fellow grads. From class news to upcoming events, it's all a click away. Visit marysvillealumni.com and stay connected with the Bulldog legacy. Marysville High School Alumni Association. Once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog.
Reporting for KNDY Radio, I am Max Blasky. Continuing our sports conversation with John Hafley, head coach of the Marysville American Legion Post 163 baseball team, who is getting their Class A state tournament action started today at 4 p.m. Live broadcast coverage on FM 94.1 and AM 1570. The Senior Legion team was able to defeat Garnett in last week's Class B state tournament team 20-14. So, John, just run us through kind of how that tournament went for you guys in what was a dominating run.
Well, thanks, Max. It was a great 4 days of baseball for Marysville. We went into that tournament knowing we had good offense and good defense, and we needed some pitching to come through. And I've never been a part of a 4-day stretch of baseball where I've had players hit the ball as well as we did. We had a team batting average of those 4 games of 496, scored 71 runs in 4 games, which is just a little over 17 a game. And we did exactly what I thought we'd do. We hit well. I didn't think we'd hit that well. We played great defense. Our pitching at times was a little shaky, but offensively, the guys came through and got us out of some deficits. We were down 9-1 in the championship game, but then came right back in the bottom half of that inning and scored 6 runs to cut it to 9-7, which gave us more than hope to get the job done.
And when you have the bats hitting the way they do, how much more confidence does that give your pitching staff in these state tournaments?
Well, I'd like to think that it would give them confidence. And, I think we did get some performances during the state tournament that did show that come to fruition. We had some relief appearances by Wyatt Miller in the semifinals and JT Becker in the finals that were able to stop the bleeding and keep the other team at bay and let our offense do the work.
And kicking off the Class A state tournament again today at 4 p.m. with live coverage on FM 94.1 AM 1570. What's going to be a key for your team to hopefully make another deep run in this tournament?
Well, I think it's hard to ask our offense to perform at the same level that we did last week, but I still look for them to be productive offensively. If there was any way we could have our pitchers get more strikeouts than walks, then we will be tough to beat. But we just have to eliminate the things that beat ourselves. We have to eliminate free passes on the bases. We have to eliminate any significant defensive lapses. And it's one thing, I don't mind getting beat because the other team's better, but I really hate losing when our team doesn't perform to what I know they can do. And so as long as we can perform our best, we'll just see what happens.
Well, we wish you the best of luck this week down at Pittsburgh. Again, first game for you guys is going to be Thursday at 4 p.m. We're going to have live coverage of that one on AM 1570, FM 94.1 with Bruce Dierking on the call. John, again, thanks for the time and best of luck this week down at Pittsburgh.
All right. Thanks, Max.
Building on years of service to the community, Mason Tax and Accounting is now Main Street Tax and Accounting. Accountants Tony Yossi and Jess Miller strive to build on 20-plus years of personal, detail-oriented service to their clients. From bookkeeping and payroll to individual tax preparation to ag and business tax services, Main Street Tax and Accounting is your hometown expert. Still located at 1101 Broadway in Marysville. Stop by or call 562-2710. Main Street Tax and Accounting, where the name is new but the service hasn't changed.
Update your home today with a new look from Feldkamp's Furniture Mart. See their tremendous selection of living room, dining room, and bedroom sets and furniture, as well as bedding, accent pieces, appliances, and more. Financing options for any budget up to 24 months with no interest, as well as free delivery, making buying local easy. Shop Feldkamp's Furniture and Flooring in Marysville today.
Bruce Dierking live from Pittsburgh, Kansas. Marysville, American Legion Baseball, live on KNDY Marysville, AM 1570, FM 94.1, streaming on our website, kndyradio.com, always available on our free mobile app. We've had folks check in earlier, said, are you doing the games if Marysville plays our team? Topeka, who could be our opponent tomorrow, was especially interested in a local radio broadcast. We're so glad to be back on air with you. Last week was the Class B state tournament. We had 2 county fairs overlap and could not cover those games. Marysville comes out Class B state champion. Congratulations. Salvation, I guess. We are in the long road trip to Pittsburgh for this Class A tournament, which gets underway today. Continuing through Saturday, Sunday if needed. Earlier today, Topeka defeats Iola 4-3, and Hiawatha comes back over Chanute 6-5. Marysville and Ottawa square off in Game 3, while Pittsburgh will host Smith County in the late game tonight. Winner side of the bracket, Topeka meets the Marysville, Ottawa winner tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Hiawatha will face the Pittsburgh Smith County winner tomorrow at 12:30. They'll play two sites tomorrow. Winners advance here at the JC Ballpark out on the southwest corner of town, and the losers drop to the bottom side of the bracket Friday games at Pittsburgh State University. So a 10 a.m. start in this double elimination tournament for Marysville, win or lose today. And, of course, we'll be back with live coverage. We'll check starting lineups for this afternoon's matchup. Marysville, Post 163 Legion Baseball, the service of our KNDY Sports Booster Club members.
Tires aren't all the same, and neither are tire dealers. Find a dealer like Mike's OK Tire who carries Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. BF Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Next time you need tires, don't deal with amateurs. See the tire experts. See Mike's OK Tire in downtown Marysville for tires, repair, alignment, and service.
Since 1976, Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions has been your farm and home marketing team. Let the experienced family team of Tom and Rob Olmsted and brother-in-law Tom Kirkland guide you when buying or selling a home or farmland. Delivering timely, honest, and professional guidance, visit olmstedrealestate.com to view current listings and auctions. Your farm and home marketing team is Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions.
310, sold 300s. That's fire 5-2.
Final infield and warm-ups, and we are just about set right on schedule for day one of tournament action. Marysville and Ottawa seeing each other for the first time in the season. Ottawa was to visit Marysville for a doubleheader just a couple of weeks ago. In fact, we were going to originate the broadcast for the Ottawa radio station, friends of ours, but they didn't have enough players that Sunday, so a doubleheader that was scheduled was postponed. The forfeit for Ottawa, they come in at 14-16, while Marysville is 18-5. And again, Marysville Post 163 wins the Class B state tournament with 4 wins last week. Marysville looking strong, according to Coach John Hafley. Max Blasky caught up with him earlier this week. Here, that conversation is part of our sportscast and our pregame coverage. Marysville will be the higher seed, home team on the scoreboard. Ottawa, 14-16. Marysville, 18-5. For the visitors from Ottawa, leadoff batter is Bryce Robertson, the second baseman. Center fielder, Keegan Curley, that's second. The pitcher, Tucker Bradley, is the number 3 slot. Shortstop, Trevin Cox will bat number 4. At first base, Alex Brady bats number 5. Batting 6th. At third base, Ty Calderwood. In left field is Mason Hoffman, batting 7th. Right fielder is Landon Reed, batting 8th. And the catcher, Cooper Bradley, wraps it up for Ottawa. Marysville leads off with Henry Ketter, the catcher. Cole Ringstorff is in left field, batting 2nd. Alex Shale in right field, batting 3rd. Gavin Duke, named MVP for the Class B state tournament last week, is at third base and batting number 4. Eli Ketter is at first base, batting number 5. Ty Hager's at shortstop, batting number 6. Designated hitter Noah Paulson's in the number 8 slot, while second baseman J.T. Becker is cleanup. Peyton Adams on the mound for Marysville with a DH. Again, it's Marysville, Post 163 versus Ottawa, Post 60, kicking off the 2026 American Legion Class A State Baseball Tournament.
In the market for a new pickup, the Nordis Motor Company has a new 2026 Silverado 1500 model. It's the LTZ 71 package. They have a 2026 Chevy Colorado four-wheel drive Trail Boss priced under $45,000 and a new 2026 Chevy Tahoe Premier. See it today at the Nordis Motor Company in Marysville.
When you're building, make the local choice with Cromie Lumber. Close to home, spend your time working and not fetching. Easy pickup or delivery available, and their prices are competitive on all of your building needs. From lumber to siding, roofing, paint, windows, and doors, to the tools to get the job done. Make the easy choice the first time with Cromie Lumber, Marysville and Washington. As always, they appreciate your business as they work to help you save time and money. When you're building, make the local choice with Cromie Lumber.
So your first question may have been our first question, or vice versa. Marysville wins a state title, and then they play another tournament the next week. What's up with that? Well, a declining number of Legion baseball programs in Kansas is the story behind the story. They had a 12-team tournament in Class B last week, which Marysville won, and they only had 4 teams in this Class A division, so they invited Marysville as a result of winning that Class B title, and then they filled in with a couple of other teams, Hiawatha among those, that were able to field a team this week. So we're saying there are no zone tournaments because there are not enough teams in Kansas. I would total 12 plus 4, 16 American Legion baseball teams left in the state of Kansas. That, I think, owing to a lot of high school baseball programs and just changing times. As I talk with coaches and parents this week, I hear already that some of the kids who were playing during the season have commitments for fall or have commitments to other programs, including some college programs, and won't be playing this week. But I think Marysville is mostly intact. I don't know that they left anyone behind. And we've got a smattering of Marysville fans with us here tonight. In fact, that's them cheering just off to our right. And we'd love to have baseball action for you all weekend long. Double elimination tournament, so you lose your first, you're still in the action. You lose your second game, and you do bow out. Marysville had a great week last week in that Class B state tournament. They were the number 2 seed to host Hiawatha. Hiawatha on the top side of the bracket was tripped by Garnett in the first game, 9-5. Garnett goes on to face Marysville in the championship. Marysville prevailing 20-14. Now, in that tournament last week, get the number of runs. It was something else. And where did I jot that information down? Marysville scored 71 runs in 4 games. I'll leave it at that, batting almost 500 on the season. Marysville and Garnett 2014 in the championship. Marysville had dispatched Donovan County, seeing them for a second time in the tournament. That was 29-13 in the semifinals. Marysville had defeated Donovan County 15-7 the day earlier, and Marysville's first round was a 7-2 victory over Corning. So, boy, to say the bats were hot would say the least. Marysville post 163, the Class B state champions, moving into the Class A division this week. And the winner in this Class A division has the opportunity to travel to Louisville, Kentucky for the regional competition. Beautiful day here as they announce the players for each team, and they'll announce all the players, in fact, for each of the 2 squads. That's why I backed away from a little public address system they were using as they recognized the players. It is less than formal settings here. They've got a great facility. This was built by the Pittsburgh JCs many, many years ago. I was Kansas JC state president. They didn't have an active chapter during my tenure, but several years before that had built this ballpark, which is still a namesake, and is a beautiful facility down here at Pittsburgh, Kansas. They recently updated to a turf infield. They're planning some other improvements, including their scoreboard, et cetera. We came here 5 years ago, and the scoreboard was on the fritz in the first round. Julie Haggard saved me with her phone and a Game Changer app that I could keep an eye on the score, because the scoreboard was intermittent on day 1. They did get that fixed on day 2. Honestly, I don't know how we did that here. I should have looked back, but I do recall the experience. This ballpark, a little bit unique. They do have a nice facility. It's set up for lawn chairs, so they do have 4 rows of bleachers down below us, but it's really set up for lawn chairs in a really comfortable environment on an absolutely perfect July summer day. We have a cloudy overcast. They did not have significant rain here. We have a turf infield regardless, but they had just light showers move through around noon today and did not impact the tournament at all. Supposed to be pretty decent today, tomorrow, then look out. The heat comes back as we get through the weekend. Marysville, post 163, team is being recognized, and we'll have American Legion baseball with first pitch coming up.
Tension in Marysville is a leading national manufacturer and marketer of custom envelope products. Great career opportunities include operations, sales, customer service, accounting, tech, and administrative support. Go online to tensioncorp.com for the Careers tab for more details on currently available opportunities. And apply today with Tension Corporation in Marysville, an equal opportunity employer.
If you're a driver over 50, it may be time to switch your auto insurance. The AARP Auto Insurance Program from the Hartford is now available through Copeland Insurance Agency in Marysville. Call today for your free, no-obligation quote. Learn more about special rates, benefits, and service designed especially for AARP members. Call the Copeland Insurance Agency at 619-6220. That's 619-6220. Certain policy features are subject to eligibility and may not be available in all states. Hartford Fire Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut.
Discover a little bit of everything at the Marysville Mercantile, your one-stop shop for bulk goods, sweet candy, fresh bakery treats, and so much more. Browse new and used home decor, unique finds, and vintage pieces that bring charm and character to your home. Located at Highway 77 and Elm Street in Marysville, they're open Thursday and Friday from 8 to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 8 to 4. Everyday shopping meets one-of-a-kind treasures at the Marysville Mercantile.
Tired of worrying about your fuel deliveries? At Kramer Oil, we understand that when you need it, you really need it.
Since 1976, we've been the region's trusted fuel provider. We've built our reputation on dependable service, ensuring your bulk fuel, propane, and oil arrive exactly when you expect them.
You can count on Kramer Oil for on-time delivery and a fair price every time.
For integrity, quality, and dependability, choose Kramer Oil. Give us a call today at 785-562-2466.
Kramer Oil, your reliable fuel partner.
And we do appreciate our continued support of our KNDY Sports Booster Club members, providing our sponsorship of all the Marysville home and away football, boys and girls basketball, as well as softball, baseball in the postseason, and American Legion baseball, also postseason variety. A little bit of pomp and circumstance here with day one. The American Legion, sponsor of the tournament, certainly recognizing their organization. Kurt Weldon, the tournament manager, is from the Post here in Pittsburgh. He'll put in the extra hours this week, and they included a ceremonial first pitch with a local veteran on the mound. It is Marysville and Ottawa squaring off for a first time. Love to stay on the top side of the bracket. If you come back in this double elimination tournament and you have to master pitching from the bottom side of the bracket, it throws a curveball your way. So both teams are hungry for a win in the first round in their first meeting, as Marysville is the home team 18-5, Ottawa the visitors 14-16. Peyton Adams will be on the mound for Marysville. 13 innings pitched in 7 games thus far this year. Leading off for Ottawa, Bryce Robertson is the second baseman. Keegan Curley on deck and Tucker Bradley in the hole. Glad to have you along for the ride today. Again, we'll be back tomorrow morning. First pitch at 10 a.m., and that is a first game start. So right at 10 a.m. with a short pregame show ahead of that. On AM 1570, FM 94.1, streaming at TNDYradio.com. Always available on our free mobile app as well. Peyton Adams warming up on the mound, a right-hander for Marysville in the road black jerseys, white trousers, red and black trim. Ottawa, meanwhile, red jerseys, white trousers, and blue trim. Ottawa's about the halfway point from Marysville to Pittsburgh. In fact, I took my lunch and leg stretch over the noon hour in Ottawa. Nice downtown, nice active community. They're about double the size in population of Marysville. Flags are just whispering a little bit. Breeze is variable, very comfortable at 78 degrees here at game time, which is unbelievable in that we started the week off with triple-digit temperatures, and we're forecast to return to that range early next week, if not by Sunday this weekend. So let's get this game underway. Let's get this tournament action underway. Again, glad to have you with us. Back at home, live from Pittsburgh, Kansas, it's American Legion Baseball. Post 163 is Bryce Robertson. Right-handed batter steps to the plate. Leading off for Ottawa. Righty versus righty, and the first pitch is high. Ball one. Well, honestly, I'll have to dust off my baseball skills. It's been a while. Max kind of takes first dibs on most of these opportunities. Here's a fly ball, shallow left field. One away on the second pitch of the ball game as Bryce Robertson flies out left field. Now, I was here 5 years ago, and honestly, that may have been about the last baseball games I broadcast. There might have been some high school playoff games in the meanwhile, but we don't do a ton of baseball as a result of our schedule and sometimes the intermittent scheduling of Legion games. To wit, the Ottawa team was to visit Marysville, forfeited a doubleheader a couple of weeks ago. They didn't have enough players. Lefty Keegan Cooley at the plate as center fielder takes the first pitch inside, ball one. Peyton Adams on the mound for Marysville. Drops in a little bit low and outside for 2 balls. Outfield shading to the right. First left-handed batter here this afternoon. High and outside, and Cooley goes up in the count 3-0. Appreciate Max Blask. He gave me all this information. Of course, then I have to cipher through all this information to make the game broadcast work. 4 straight balls as a base on balls. And Cooley's on board. 1 away for the pitcher, Tucker Bradley. Bradley's a right-handed batter. Seems like Cooley coming in on that left side of the plate gave Adams a little something to think about. He fires over to first base. Finds Eli Ketter. Runners back in time. Tucker Bradley. Inside is ball one. Got 2 Bradleys and a Brady on the starting lineup for this Ottawa team. Check of the runner. 1-0 pitch. Caught the corner coming inside. Evens the count 1-1. Runner a very short lead at first. Another flip to first. Runner dives back in time. Adams very aware of that runner at first base. Yeah, short 2-step lead. Tucker Bradley takes a big swing, shallow left field, and there's 2 away. Robertson and Bradley fly out to left field. Cole Ringstorff handling both those calls. 2 away in the inning with a runner at first. For the shortstop, Trevin Cox. Alex Brady's on deck. Cox keeps it alive. Pitching is such an absolute key. John Hafley mentioned challenges with the pitching last week, but the pitching got him through. Foul tip to the backstop. Yeah, the scoring last week, Marysville 71 runs, their opponents 36 in 4 games. Caught the outside corner. Adams up in the count. 2 strikes. 2 away. Short lead for the runner at first. Look good. Look good. No indication. It's 1-2. I'm not the official, just the broadcaster. 1-2 pitch. Caught him. Down on strikes. Side retired. No damage done in the inning. No runs. No hits. 1 stranded. 1/2 inning in the books. No score.
The Check 21 Act, passed by Congress, makes checking accounts a whole lot simpler today. Every check you write will be copied onto your monthly statement in smaller form, so at a glance you can see your check traffic. Verifying your check transactions will be faster and more efficient for you and for the bank. You'll have more time to hit a few golf balls or enjoy some quality time with your kids or grandkids. Citizen State Bank of Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Quality banking since 1907. Member FDIC.
When starting any project around your home, you want prices that are reasonable and advice you can trust. From finding the right lighting fixture or plumbing piece to drawing up plans for a full remodel or new build, the knowledgeable staff at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axel Lumber are here for you. Stop in Monday through Saturday or visit axellumber.com to see what they can offer. With all your building needs and options to fix any budget, your partner from start to finish is Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axel Lumber.
Peyton Adams takes Trevin Cox down on the strikes to retire at the top of the first inning. Gave up a walk to Keegan Cooley on 4 straight balls. Cooley was the only lefty at the plate, and he was stranded at first base. Marysville at bat, post 163. Leadoff batter is catcher Henry Ketter. Left fielder Cole Ringstorff. On deck, Alex Shale, right fielder in the hole. Powerful hitting for Marysville, just shy of 500 in the state tournament last week. And these 3 leadoff batters right in the mix of it. Ketter at 425 on the season, Ringstorff 419, and Shale 420 on the season. Henry Ketter's a right-handed batter. Right-handed pitcher on the mound, Tucker Bradley. Bottom of the first, Bradley with a wind, and the pitch hits low and outside. Ball 1. Hard hit by Henry Ketter going to left field. Right there is Mason Hoffman to make the catch. 1 up, 1 away on 2 pitches for Tucker Bradley. A fly to left. 2 of the 3 outs in the top of the first inning. And we've got 1 away here in the bottom half. Brings up the left fielder, Cole Ringstorff. He caught 2 of those outs. Alex Shale is on deck. Bradley wasting no time. First pitch is low and outside. Ball 1. Bradley working quickly here in the early innings. Swing and a miss. Evens the count. Blake Griffin, friend of ours, KOFO in Ottawa, downstairs doing the broadcast for their radio station. Fly ball, right field, dropped by the second baseman. Rounding first, diving into second, Cole Ringstorff reaches on an error. 1 on, 1 away. Ringstorff put it in a difficult position. Takes it to far right field. Probably should have let the right fielder have a hand on it. But the second baseman, Bryce Robertson, made the call. He drops it for the error. Brings Alex Shale to the plate. Right-handed batter, fouled on the right field line. Down 1 strike. Gavin Leduc waiting on deck. He had a great tournament last week. Bradley pitch, popped foul again. This one over the backstop. Down 2 strikes in the count. Shale with a runner at second, and Marysville would like to make hay early in this one with a runner in scoring position. Bradley, a long look back that way. Shale pops it up. This one's going to the shortstop. I wanted to say it would drift to left field. It didn't. Trevin Cox didn't even have to move as he catches the Alex Shale fly ball, and there's 2 away. Runner on, Ringstorff at second as Gavin Leduc is the third baseman, his first at bat. He again was named MVP for the Class B state tournament last week. Had a great game in that championship for sure. Caught him looking on the inside corner, 1 strike. Hard throwing Tucker Bradley on the mound. Right-hander wasting no time this afternoon. Ringstorff just a couple steps off second base. Counts even 1-1 on the pitch low outside. Eli Ketter waiting if Leduc can keep it alive. 2 down in the inning. 1-1 pitch. Foul over the backstop. And Leduc's down in the count 1-2. Back again for a 10 a.m. start tomorrow. If you'd help us share the word, we're covering the Legion Baseball Tournament. We'd love to squeeze in a few more listeners this week. Kind of sense there might be quite a few today. There's not a ton of Marysville folks out here for the first round game, owing to a Thursday afternoon start. Leduc keeps it alive, fouls it back to the screen. Count remains 1-2. Ringstorff now, 3-step lead off second, draws a long look from Bradley. Pitch is low and outside, evens the count. Oh, he caught the corner. Again, I'm the broadcaster. I'm not the official. Caught Gavin Leduc and Bruce looking for strike 3, out number 3 in the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. 1 inning in the books, no score.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
For top-notch service for your vehicle, look no further than Honeyman Auto Sales and Service right here in Marysville. Expert care and maintenance with fast turnaround time to ensure your vehicle runs smoothly and safely. Don't compromise on quality and get back on the road today. This is Ty Lumley with Honeyman Auto Sales and Service. You can find us on Facebook or stop by East Highway 36 in Marysville.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
At Kinsley Mortuary and our family of funeral chapels, our funeral directors are experts in helping to create meaningful services that are unique and honor you or your loved one in ways that are special. Personalize a service with options that meet your expectations and budget. From traditional burial or cremation, choose from a full service, memorial celebration, or something more private for the family. In your time of need or through advanced planning, contact Kinsley Mortuary, Haddon Funeral Chapel, Hanover Mortuary, the Axtell Landreth Funeral Home, or Ward Funeral Home.
Peyton Adams on the mound for Marysville. No score as we head to the second inning in the Class A state tournament, live from Pittsburgh, Kansas. Number 5 batter, first baseman Alex Brady, is the leadoff batter for Ottawa. Ty Calderwood on deck, Mason Hoffman in the hole. Brady, a .233 hitter this season, in the middle of this Ottawa lineup. Adams' pitch caught the inside corner for strike 1. Wind to the 0-1 pitch, strike 2. Brady, Calderwood, Hoffman, middle of the lineup for this Ottawa team. Foul tip, stays alive, down 2 strikes. Outfield straight away. Again, wind not a factor here on a perfect July afternoon. High and inside. Count goes 1-2. Peyton Adams walk. A batter. First inning. That runner was stranded. High and inside again, evens the count 2-2. Off the end of the bat, enough to stay alive in the 2-2 count. Brady leading off the top of the second inning. Ottawa visitors on the scoreboard. Marysville higher seed, result of their record. Count comes high and inside. That was 3-2. The runner was, Brady was heading over to first. Now that was 3-2. I think he felt he had a walk coming, not without another pitch. And the full count pitch is a walk. High and outside puts Brady on board with a base on balls. Second walk for Adams here in the ball game. Brings up a third baseman, Ty Calderwood. Mason Hoffman is on deck. Calderwood just batting .208 this season. Right-handed batter. Adams has faced just one lefty today, walking Cooley back in the first inning. Caught the strike zone, strike one. Coach down the third base line, giving Calderwood the sign. Short lead at first. Adams looks that way. Little chopper to Adams just off the mound. Flips to first in time. Finding Eli Ketter for out number one. Oh, got them both. Yeah, double play. 2 away in the inning then for Mason Hoffman, a left fielder. Hoffman bats .432. Takes strike one. Adams working quickly on the mound this afternoon. Evens the count, low and outside. Caught the outside corner this time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Landon Reed on deck if Hoffman keeps it alive. Base hit to shallow right field. They'll reach on the first base side. First hit for either team in the contest. Hoffman on board with 2 away for the right fielder, Landon Reed. Reed's a .261 batter. Short, right-handed batter. Caught the corner, strike one. Adams is going up in the count early on these batters. Checks Hoffman with a short step and a half lead over at first. Strike two. Coming right at Landon Reed, who hasn't shown any inclination to swing that bat. Swing and a miss. Side retired. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit. Strands the runner. No errors. Inning and a half in this Class A State Legion baseball tournament. No score.
The Corner Bistro and Diner, formerly the Empty Cup in Marysville, has you covered. They've got all your favorites: delicious breakfast, mouth-watering sandwiches, sizzling barbecue, fresh-made pizza, and hearty entrees. Plus, don't forget their specialty coffee bar, the sweet treats, and pastries to start your day right. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9, and Sunday and Monday, 7 a.m. to 3. Come down to the Corner Bistro and Diner, where great food and good company meet. Follow them on Facebook for updates.
This is Stacy Latta, your local farmer's insurance agent, proud to be a Marysville Bulldog booster. Whether it's your home, car, or family's future, we're here to help you protect what matters most. As part of this community, I'm dedicated to serving my neighbors with personal service and reliable coverage for your needs. Call me at 785-562-5169 or stop by and see me. Stacy Latta, your local farmer's insurance agent today. And go Bulldogs.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Marysville post 163 versus Ottawa. First round of the Class A State Tournament in Pittsburgh. Eli Ketter. I'm sorry, Grant Hafley has snuck in on me here. I am 1 batter short, so we're going to put Grant Hafley in here at bat for Marysville, leading off the second inning. I knew I was out of practice. Swing and a miss, down 1 strike. Let's put Grant on the books here down below. Low and inside, evens the count 1-1. It'll be Hafley, Eli Ketter, Ty Hager here in the bottom half of the second inning. No score from Pittsburgh. Wind in the 1-1 pitch. High fly ball taken to shallow right field. Second baseman again trying to take charge. He was scored with an error doing that same thing earlier, taking away the right fielder's job, if we will. And Bryce Robertson drops a second ball in right field for a second Marysville runner on the base paths. That is Grant Hafley to lead off the second inning here. Robertson colliding with the right fielder, Landon Reed. They, after a little bit, shake it off and back out there. Official's going to make sure Robertson is okay. I think his pride's hurt more than anything. Second error of the day. And a runner at second, Eli Ketter. Bradley's first pitch taken by Eli down the left field line. Is it going to stay fair? Nope. Foul territory, but caught down the line by Mason Hoffman for out number 1. Flies to left on 3 opportunities here today. And Ty Hager, the shortstop, comes to the plate first time this afternoon. Grant Hafley out there at second base. 2-step lead. Bradley looks that way. Winds and fires the pitch. Off the outside corner, strike 1. One on, one away. 1-strike pitch, a little bit high to Hager, evens the count. Well, I may have not had recent practice broadcasting, but many years ago, I've been at this 45 years, I would announce the Legion games, and I would do the occasional summer broadcast while announcing and paying out quarters for foul balls. So I ran the scoreboard, too, most Sunday afternoons. Kind of brings back some great memories. Enough of those, you say. What is it? High, ball 2, 2-1 the count. That was back before these kids' dads came along. Check of Hafley at second. 2-1 pitch from Tucker Bradley. Foul down the first base line, evens the count 2-2. Sixth batter Bradley has faced here today. Struck out LeDuc to end the bottom of the first. High and inside goes full count, 3-2. Hager, I'm sure, has the green light if he sees something he likes. Hafley in scoring position. Bradley a long look that way. The full count pitch is ball 4. Now they've got Hafley hung up between the bases. No, an overthrow to third. Here comes Grant around third to score the first run of the ball game. That one played well. Hafley looked like he was going to be hung up. The throw over to the third baseman went wide into left field, and Hafley comes home to score the first run in this state tournament game. He jumped on it. Hager had the walk. He'll be at first base with one away for the DH, Noah Polson. J.T. Becker is the cleanup batter on deck. Polson, right-handed batter. That's 289. Takes it inside, ball 1. Oh, and did I mention Hager advanced to second on that wild throw? High and inside, 2 balls, no strikes, with another runner in scoring position. And just one away here in the bottom of the second. Offense picking up where they left off last week, taking a state title in Class B. 2-0 pitch, bouncing grounder past the third baseman. That's a base hit and brings Hager around to third. Runners on the corners for J.T. Becker. Noah Polson gets the first hit in the ball game for Marysville. Beautiful base hit past the third baseman. Cleanup batter is the second baseman, J.T. Becker. He'll inherit runners on the corners. One run across in the inning. One away. Bradley pitch. Close, but not close enough. Just outside, ball one. Becker bats .317. High and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Becker, 16 RBIs this season. Among 4 Marysville players, double digits in RBIs. Watches it way high. 3 balls, no strikes. Tucker Bradley struggling at the moment with runners on the corners and a run across. 3-0 is the count to J.T. Becker. Lazy flip over to third. Hager's back in plenty of time. He didn't have much of a lead at all. Bradley keeping him honest. .30 pitch, caught the corner, got away from the catcher there. Goes 3-1. Good job by Cooper Bradley fielding there. Brothers, perhaps? Tucker on the mound, Cooper behind the plate. It's a guess. 3-1 the count. Inside, loads the bases. Becker on board. Polson advances. Hager stays at third. First base on balls given up by Tucker Bradley, who meets with the coach and a few teammates on the mound. Marysville a run across here in the bottom of the second, but one away with bases loaded. We'll come back, continuing coverage of the American Legion Baseball, a service of our E&Y Sports Booster Club members.
Bruna Law, LLC in Marysville and Seneca can assist with civil litigation, including accidents, injury insurance claims, business or real estate disputes, estate planning, including wills, trusts, and estate administration, and business and succession planning, as well as real estate contracts, deeds, and escrow services. Contact Anthony Bruna with Bruna Law, LLC, with offices in Marysville and in Seneca.
Well, they're going to stay with Bradley on the mound, and I'm not surprised. You are as judicious as you can be with pitching in these double elimination tournaments. You get as much out of them as you can. I'll bounce back with more on that scenario and the game preceding this in a moment. But Henry Ketter comes up for a second time. He flew out to left field his first at bat. One run across here in the bottom of the second. Bases are loaded with one away. As Ketter steps in, right-handed batter. Bradley got a strike there. That fine form he showed back in the first inning. Got a little rattled with runners on the corners there. A result of a throwing error. One strike pitch. A little bit high, evens the count 1-1. I pause. I'll just let the official make that call. Well, Bradley doesn't have to worry about the base runners now that they're loaded. Low, got away. Here comes Ty Hager to score Marysville's second run. That one got away from Cooper Bradley, and he shows a little frustration with himself. A second run across in the inning gives Marysville a 2-1 lead as Polson and Becker advance respectively to third and second base. 2 runs across in the inning, a 2-1 count with still just one away. High and inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Bradley in danger of a second walk. reloading the bases. Does just that on a low and outside pitch. Ketter didn't have to think about it. Takes a base on balls to load them up. With 2 across in the inning, there's still 1 away. For Cole Ringstorff, the left fielder, he reached on an error, was the only runner stranded back Marysville's half of the first inning. He is the number 6 batter, facing Bradley with 1 away here in the second. Chopper down the third base line is foul. Marysville again a fine season, 18-5. Ottawa 14-16. Marysville won 5 straight before their first loss. Split a doubleheader with Seneca back in mid-June. Evens the count 1-1. It's high and inside. Marysville bounced back, then fell to Donovan County. Won a doubleheader with Corning. Lost to Hiawatha. They are 1-3 versus Hiawatha, who won first round action earlier today here. Pop fly, shallow left field, and the left fielder Mason Hoffman calls it for out number 2. Second out of the inning. Brings up the right fielder Alex Shale. Gavin Leduc is on deck. The 8-9 batters here in the bottom half of the second inning. High, hit him on the top of the helmet. Hit by a pitch that'll force a run home. Here comes Polson across home plate. Third run scored in the inning. Becker and Ketter advance, respectively. Sale stands in there pretty tall. He's probably lucky it hit the top of the batting helmet. Tucker Bradley struggling on the mound here in this second inning. Looked so efficient in the first. Facing Gavin Leduc for a second time this afternoon. He'll foul this down the right field line. 1 strike. For Marysville at this point, you've got Leduc plate with an opportunity to expand the lead. Takes it high to center field. Center fielder calls it for out number 3. Leduc, a big high fly ball, taking McKeegan Cooley out there as Ottawa escapes the inning with no more damage done. 3 runs across in the inning as Marysville takes a 3-0 lead after 2 in the Class A State Legion Baseball Tournament.
Okay, we have Vacation Bible School from 9 to noon, swimming lessons at 3, baseball game at 6. I need to add in travel time and get lunches packed.
Mom, my uniform needs washing. Tennis camp's at 2.
Your kid's summer schedules may be unpredictable, but with the Blue Valley Technologies fiber internet, your connection doesn't have to be. Sign up for our outdoor Wi-Fi today and get free installation. Find more details at bluevalley.net/outdoor.
When neighbors come together, good things happen. From cheering at local events to welcoming new businesses, Marysville shows the power of working as one. That's what One Marysville is all about. Supporting our businesses, strengthening our community, and creating a place we're proud to call home. With events nearly every weekend, experiences you won't soon forget, and a community proud of its history, One Marysville is honored to be a part of Marysville's story. Find something new or see what others are saying about Marysville by visiting onemarysville.com. A town brimming with creativity, culture, and community, we're proud to call Marysville home.
3 runs in the inning, base hit, a couple RBIs for Noah Polson. Another Ottawa error, their second here this afternoon, and 3 left on base. As no more damage was done, Marysville, though, gains an early 3-0 advantage after 2. Bringing Cooper Bradley to the plate, first time this afternoon. Then back to the top of the lineup, Bryce Robertson, Keegan Cooley for Ottawa. No runs, a single given up by Peyton Adams, warming up on the mound. Marysville Legion went 23-8 last year. Max Blasky endured a double elimination comeback as Marysville fell to Garnett 12-4. That was over in Hiawatha. He put a long set of hours in. We were in upstate New York traveling, and I was listening to the online stream of those games. Marysville fought so hard but fell to Garnett in last year's title game. Foul hit by Cooper Bradley to lead off the third. Marysville went 4-2 in the tournament. That was their second loss in that double elim bracket. They did knock out Iola, who had previously won the state title 3 years back-to-back. Bradley takes the second pitch to Adams, just off the back side of the mound. 1 up, 1 down. Back to the top of the order. Bryce Robertson, the second baseman, flew out to left his first at bat. Keegan Cooley is on deck. Outfield straight away. A little bit of a breeze picking up out of the southeast. Low and outside, ball 1. Mentioned a finish last year for Marysville. They've been in the state tournament now 4 years running. Again, winning the Class B division last week. They went 19-16 2 years ago, fell in consolation action to Corning, going 2-1 in that tournament. Finished 10-20 down in Concordia 3 years ago. Count goes even 1-1, and the Adams pitch is a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Bryce Robertson, leadoff batter for this Ottawa team. Swing and a miss, down on strikes. A second strikeout for Adams on the afternoon, and a second out in the inning. Brings up Keegan Cooley, the center fielder, reached on a base on balls, was stranded back in the first. He is the left-handed batter in the lineup for this Ottawa team. Left-handed batter kind of gave Peyton Adams fits there, giving up the walk. His only thus far today. Little chopper down the first baseline, out of play. Strike 1. Coming up on top of the hour, our news block will air on FM 95.5. National, state, regional, local news, and all that business on our sister station, FM 95.5, if you're tuned in. Cooley takes it to the backstop, down 2 strikes in the count. We're in, we're out on day 1. Back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Win or lose, they'll play 2 sites here at the J.C. Ballpark and Pittsburgh State. Yeah, that looked good. Caught him looking. Third strikeout for Peyton Adams. Side retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. 2.5 innings in the books. Marysville leading Ottawa 3-0.
Have you ever wondered what sets Sunflower Community Credit Union apart from the rest? It's the power of ownership. When you join Sunflower Community Credit Union, you're not just a customer. You're a member and an owner. Sunflower Community Credit Union is a member-owned, nonprofit financial institution that places our members' needs as our top priority. We're here to help you grow your savings, manage your finances, and achieve your dreams. Visit Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville, where ownership matters.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
Bruce Gierking with American Legion Baseball being presented by our KNDY Sports Booster Club members. We'll renew our Sports Booster Club going into the fall football season. If you're in business and you're not a Booster Club member, we'd love to have you on board. Mike Russell and I will have a call of the Marysville High football season, home and away, with some different scheduling twists. Moving to Class 2A in football competition for this upcoming season. And pondering a move from the North Central Kansas League. We'll talk more about that as we get into fall season. Been no final decisions on that. NCKL's enrollments have kind of outgrown Marysville. The likes of Rock Creek, Wamego have grown by leaps and bounds. Marysville was always the smallest enrollment in the NCKL, so it's a consideration. It's a conversation. Spoke with Superintendent Darren Schrader last week. He said they'd have a public meeting or two. They'd talk about this before they came up with any decisions, but a consideration at least of moving to the Big East League. So Grant Hafley is the leadoff batter, and Grant led off heck of a second inning for Marysville as they put 3 runs on board. Hafley was the first one across the plate. Hafley's at bat for a second time. Up in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Takes it to left field. It stays fair. Into the glove of Mason Hoffman, who's been the workhorse in the outfield today. He's had 4 or 5 fly balls. 1 up, 1 down, back to the Marysville lineup. It's Eli Ketter. The first baseman, Ty Hager, is on deck. Ketter flew out to Hoffman in left field, his first at bat. Bradley, a little rattled there, giving up 3 runs that second inning. A couple of Ottawa errors so far today. Outside ball 1. Ketter bat on his shoulder. Takes it high and outside for ball 2. Winner advances to come back versus Topeka tomorrow at 10 a.m. Loser drops to the bottom side of the bracket. It's 10 a.m. start either way. Caught the outside corner to go 2-1. Topeka edged Iola 4-3. He talked to the Senators coach. He felt they had a good ball game. He said they stranded a lot of runners. Bradley, 2-1 pitch, just fouled down the third base line. Oh, another 1.5 feet, he'd have had a base hit. So Topeka defeats Iola game 1 today, 4-3. Hiawatha comes back over Chanute 6-5. Chanute pitching fell apart in the end. They walked in the tying and lead run as Hiawatha escapes 6-5. They'll take on the winner of Pittsburgh-Smith County tomorrow. Pitt and Smith County are the late game here tonight. Ketter calls time, steps back from the batter's box. He's even in the count, 2-2. His second at bat today. So Topeka versus Marysville or Ottawa winner tomorrow. Hiawatha versus Pittsburgh-Smith County winner. Low and outside goes full count. On the second batter, Bradley is faced here in the inning. Base on balls. Got away from Cooper. Bradley, the catcher, doesn't really amount to anything. It's a base on balls and a runner either way. 1 on, 1 away for the shortstop, Ty Hager. Noah Polson is on deck. So I didn't fill out the bottom of the bracket, but I will. Iola lost game 1, and Chanute fell in the second game today. They'll meet at 10. And the Marysville-Ottawa loser will play the Pittsburgh-Smith County loser. That'll be tomorrow. Cooper Bradley on a throw to second catches Eli Ketter, who was trying to steal a base. That'll go 2-4, won't it? Second out of the inning. Takes the runner off the base paths as Hager's down in the count. No, down in the count, 1 strike. I was right. Evens it at 1-1 on the low inside pitch. Bradley connecting with Robertson out there to catch the runner trying to steal. Here goes Hager. Center field. It's an easy catch for Keegan Cooley on out number 3. No damage done, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. After 3 complete in the State Legion Baseball Tournament, Marysville post 163 leads Ottawa 3-0.
Ag storage can improve your farming operation. When you're planning, from building and grain bin pads to commercial approach and drives, call for a quote from Inline Construction in Marysville today. For all types concrete work, phone 785-562-5525.
Need a car for an out-of-town trip or just while yours gets fixed? Conover Auto Sales in Marysville has awesome rental options, clean rides, great prices, and super friendly service. Whether it's a quick errand or a weekend getaway, they've got your wheels ready. Rentals available at Conover Auto Sales in Marysville.
Join Crownover Automotive for the drive to the game. They normally provide Max with the wheels to get back and forth. I took my own this week, but would always rely on Crownover Automotive if I needed a rental for a short term. 3 innings in the books, 3 runs across for Marysville as the second inning fell apart for Tucker Bradley and company. A couple of Ottawa errors have led to the bulk of the scoring for Marysville, leading 3-0. And I correct myself on a bracket adjustment. Iola will face the loser of this one, Marysville or Ottawa. Iola fell to Topeka 4-3 earlier today, and Chanute will face the loser of the late game, Pittsburgh or Smith County. Double elimination brackets, they're fun. Got to stay on your toes. Tucker Bradley, the pitcher, is at bat for a second time this afternoon. He flew to left field to lead off back in the first inning. Peyton Adams still on the mound. And Bradley, a grounder to the shortstop, flips across in time. Well fielded. Ty Hager flips to Eli Kenner on out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 away. Brings up the shortstop, Trevin Cox. Alex Brady is on deck. Cox went down on strikes for out number 3 back in the first. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Peyton Adams looking strong on the mound. "13 innings, 7 games pitched this season coming in. 3 innings in the books this afternoon. Count goes even 1-1. Adams wasting no time out there. Bouncing grounder to the shortstop again. Same play. 6-3. Hager flips to Ketter on out number 2. Brings up Alex Brady, the first baseman. Ty Calderwood on deck if Brady keeps it alive. He reached on a base on balls, was stranded his first at bat, leading off the second inning. Again, our evening news blocks on KNDY FM 95.5 tonight. Going inside, caught the strike 1. Line in the right-hand pitch evens the count. It was low and inside. One pitch. Taken to right field for a base hit. Drops in ahead of Alex Shale out there. He couldn't get there in time. Brady is on board with 2 away. Second hit off Peyton Adams here in the ball game. Ty Calderwood is the batter. Third baseman was out. Pitcher to first, his first at bat. 2 away in the inning with a runner at first, and Adams checks that way. Brady is back in time. Another flip to first. Keeps Brady close to the bag. Getter doing a fine job over at first base. I like the looks of this Marysville team. I heard my comments coming out of that championship run last week in Hiawatha and other points. Counts low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Another flip to first. Brady dives back in time this time. Yeah, they had a rain issue that moved one of the games, and then they alternated in that 12-team bracket. The first round games were at alternate sites. Host was Hiawatha. Blowing outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Scoreboard operator's doing a great job today. And they're working their 3rd game of the day. Fly ball, foul territory. First baseman, right fielder both tried to track it down, but it's out of play past the fence. Count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. So last time I was here 5 years ago, I showed up and the scoreboard didn't work. Wasn't that an interesting call? First game of the tournament, you like the security of seeing it, even if you're keeping a scorebook. Calderwood, the batter. With 2 away, the count's 2-1. Count goes even, 2-2. Calderwood caught looking. Looks over to his third base coach. Runner over at first. Adams would like to wrap it up on this pitch. High, count goes full, 3-2. Calderwood can reach. Hoffman is waiting on deck. He has the only hit on Adams so far today. Base on balls for Ty Calderwood. Puts runners at first and second with 2 away. Alex Brady advancing. And here is the left fielder, Mason Hoffman, who singled back in the second and was stranded. We're in the top of the 4th in what will be a 7-inning regulation game. Marysville leading 3-0. Good eye by the batter. Little high and outside. Ball 1. Adams, runners at first and second, though, can focus with 2 away on the batter. This one caught the corner inside to even the count, 1-1. Strike 2. It's 1-2. Adams, 17 strikeouts, equaling number of base on balls he's given up. Up in the count, 1-2. Caught him looking for out number 3. And another Peyton Adams strikeout. Mason Hoffman to end the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits. Nope, there was a hit. There was a base hit, and there was a runner stranded. 3.5 in the books here in this State Legion Baseball Tournament. Marysville leading Ottawa 3-0.
Farmers, they're the lifeblood of America. The men and women who tackle the toughest jobs to put clothes on our backs and food on our tables. They might do it quietly, but their genuine values and tireless work ethic are an inspiration to us all. Some might say farming is a thankless occupation, so that's why we're taking the time to say thanks. Farm Bureau Financial Services, protecting what matters most.
Patrick Booty in Marysville is your local agent with Marshall County, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Bruce Gierking live from Pittsburgh at the Class A State Legion Baseball Tournament. Yes, it is Marysville's second run at a state title. They win the Class B division last week. Our 5 o'clock news block tonight airs on our sister station, FM 95.5. Apologize for the inconvenience. Our local news includes a conversation with yours truly. Spoke with Katie Jeter about our 70th anniversary at KNDY, almost to the day, 70 years ago. Noah Pulse is the leadoff batter for Marysville. Takes it low and inside, ball 1. Polson, J.T. Becker, then back to the top of the order, Henry Ketter here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Marysville leading Ottawa 3-0. High and inside. Good eye for Polson. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Polson singled, scored his last at bat. Drove in a couple runs. Low and inside this time. 3 balls, no strikes. As Tucker Bradley is back on the mound, starting pitcher for this Ottawa team. Caught the outside corner. Count goes 3-1. Bradley's pitched 17 innings, 8 games. Struck out 26, walked 16. Make it 17 this season. As Noah Polson takes the base. Runner on to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Brings up the second baseman, J.T. Becker. Henry Ketter is on deck. That's actually 19 base on balls on Bradley. He's given up 3 this afternoon. Becker drew a walk earlier. He was stranded. Back in the second. Low and outside is ball 1. Marysville getting those 3 runs on a base hit. An Ottawa error back in the second inning. Bradley, the wind, the 1-0 pitch. Low and outside, fielded well by Cooper Bradley, catcher. He had to pull his face mask quick to find it underneath him. Polson, 2-step lead, stretches that at first base. Low and outside, count goes 3 balls. So Bradley's given up quite a number of walks today, contrast to what he would have coming in. Showing bunt, strike 1. Three-one count for Becker. Checks Coach John, Dr. John Hafley down the third base line. Ball 4. Another walk. Base on balls for the leadoff batters for Marysville here in the 4th. Polson advances to second. Becker's at first. For the top of the lineup, Henry Ketter, his third at bat. He flew out to left, drew a base on balls. They'll have another conference on the mound as Marysville leads Ottawa 3-0. Has 2 runners on board, none away here in the 4th.
You have a partner you can trust with your business accounting, farm, or personal tax returns at Free CPA in Marysville. They know the ins and outs of the IRS rules and regulations and pledge to work with you to maximize your returns and allow every deduction that you're entitled to. Call today and set up an appointment to discuss your accounting and tax preparation needs. Phone Free CPA at 785-562-2791 or stop by 8th and Broadway, downtown Marysville.
Ottawa's going to warm up a new pitcher on the mound. Ty Calderwood will come in. He's thrown 20 innings, 7 games. He struck out 16, walked 8. And will face Henry Ketter, Bull Ringsdorf, Alex Shale, top of the Marysville lineup. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Marysville has garnered a 3-0 lead with 3 runs across in that second inning. Calderwood will inherit Olson at second, Becker at first base. Hard-firing right-hander. Throwing warm-up pitches on the mound here in Game 3 on day 1 of this State Legion Baseball Tournament. We're back for a 10 a.m. start, win or lose tomorrow. A win, we face Topeka here at JC Ballpark. A loss, we fall to face Iola over at Pittsburgh State University. Luxury of 2 sites to play games in the second round. That's really made this a nice venue for hosting the state tournament. Obviously, why it comes down here frequently. Yes, you did read right. Marysville was the state champion in Class B last week. They receive an invitation, as does Hiawatha and Smith County filling in what would have been a short field of Class A teams that were eligible for play. I mentioned at the outset of our broadcast, we have high school programs all across the state, and I think that has chipped into the Legion Ball You also have summer activities for so many kids. It is harder and harder to field a full team. Marysville, a great tradition of American Legion baseball, and part of that great tradition is Dr. John Hafley over there at third base. What a job he's done over these years as coach. First pitch from Calderwood is low and outside to Henry Ketter for ball one. Ketter walked his last at bat. Right-hander to right-hander is a wild pitch as the runners advance. So a pair of runners in scoring position with none away, and 2-0 is the count to Henry Ketter, who may get the green light if he likes a pitch from Calderwood. Don't know a lot about their pitching expertise. Looks like Calderwood's second in number of innings for Ottawa. Low and outside is 3 balls, no strikes. He's been wild already on 3 pitches to Ketter. Green light on, runners at second and third, none away. And that's a called strike. 3-1 the count. Calderwood needed that just to calm himself. He's going to wind and fire a 3-1 count early with a base on balls to Henry Ketter. His second walk in the contest loads the bases for left fielder Cole Ringstorff with Alex Shale waiting on deck. Marysville can really unravel things here in the 4th inning. They're leading 3-0, all 3 of those runs back in the second. Ringstorff reached on an error, flew out to right, takes this one strike 1. Third at bat, first facing the reserve pitcher Calderwood. Caught the corner again, and Ringstorff is down in the count, 2 strikes. Calderwood finding a rhythm now. This one's high and inside, goes 1-2. Top of the Marysville lineup, batting here in the bottom of the 4th. High and inside, I think that's 2-2. Yeah, it is. First oops for the scoreboard operator. Say they're doing a great job today. They're volunteers for the most part. Fouled. Back to the backstop, stay alive. Ringstorff's still in the box at 2-2. Nice stop by Cooper Bradley, the catcher. Count goes full 3-2. Ringstorff will be watching close on this one. Take a base on balls, he can force a run home. Full count pitch taken, bouncing grounder to the shortstop. Firing to the catcher who can't handle it at the home plate. 1 run across, 2 runs across. Polson is there, and Becker comes across, adding 2 Marysville runs. Runners on the corners. Yeah, runners on the corners. Ringstorff went out to second base. They bring him back to first. So it was a fielder's choice. Came to Cooper Bradley on a pretty decent throw. Bradley didn't handle it bad, but he's really, really frustrated with himself there at home plate, allowing those 2 runs across. Coach comes out to give him a little support, and he may have been a little rattled on that too. As Polson came across, they collide at home plate. I think that may be the longer conversation with his coach. A 5-0 Marysville lead. None away here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and the bats stay hot for this Marysville team, scoring 71 runs in 4 games in that Class B division last week. Coach is still talking to Cooper Bradley, and he's still kind of nervous out there. Pats him on the mask, and he's going to stay tough out there. Good for you, Cooper Bradley. A little rattled on that, I think. Brings Alex Shale to the plate. Shale flew out to the shortstop. Hit by a pitch, was stranded back in the second, his last at bat. Oh, Ringstorff is at second. He was just taking his batting glove back. So runners at second and third as Shale comes to the plate with none away. Calderwood outside, Cooper Bradley pitching over to first. Ty Calderwood, Calderwood's on the mound. So we've got a new man at third. Checks Henry Ketter over there. Low and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Shale wasn't even going to try on that one. Good group of veteran leaders for this Marysville Legion team, including Alex Shale. That's where it came to mind. 3-0 count. Calderwood, the reserve pitcher, caught a strike there, and it goes 3-1. Shale was going to let it pass. He loaded the bases with none away with a base on balls. Counts 3-1. Calderwood quick, walks Alex Shale, his second on base. That's where I want to go with that. So it's Shale, Ringstorff, and Ketter on the paths with none away. Polson and Becker have scored in the inning. 5-0 Marysville with still no one out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Gavin Leduc struck out, flew out to center. 0 for 2. Takes it high inside, ball 1. Calderwood throwing in relief of Tucker Bradley, who went 3. Needs an out. And got a strike, 1-1 to count. Marysville batters right now are just waiting out this pitching for Ottawa. Caught the outside corner there, 1-2. Yeah, if you don't have to put that ball in play, there's nothing wrong with base on balls. You're the home team. Count goes 2-2. Bradley, a little rattled moments ago, is really having to work with Calderwood, who's kind of wild out there. Foul tip, stay alive. You haven't had to work for that one. Two the count, none away. Pitch comes high and inside. That's 3-2. Full count, bases loaded, none away. 2 runs across here in the 4th. Hard grounder to the second baseman. He doesn't know where to go. Flips to first. I don't think it's in time. A run across. That is Henry Ketter for a 3rd run this inning. Ringstorff advances. Shale advances. Gavin Leduc. There's Gavin. They haven't posted an out on the board, but he's not on the base paths either. Oh, 3 runs across in the inning. That's the story. Here goes another one. A tough one. Past the second baseman is going to bring another couple runs in. Here's Eli Ketter with 2 RBIs. And Marysville is going to town in the bottom of the 4th inning. This onslaught continues as Ringstorff and Shale come home to score. Oh, that was Ledoux. All right. So the 2 runs across, 1 out. And this brings up Ketter, right? Yeah, this brings up Ketter. Ledoux's over at first base. I told you I was out of practice. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Calder would throw over to first base, gets past the first baseman, and here goes a runner over to second base. We've got a pinch runner out there is what we've got. I didn't catch the number, but that's not, I don't think that's Gavin. All right, what I do know, 1 ball, no strikes, 1 away. 5 runs across in the inning for an 8-0 Marysville lead. And Eli Ketter takes a 1-ball pitch, evens the count 1-1. Calderwood would just like to get out of this inning. He came in relief. He's had a devil of a time out there. High and inside, the count goes 2-1. Boy, at this rate, Marysville can think about a 10-run rule. They're the home team. Got a runner in scoring position on the 8-0 lead. And a low pitch got away from Bradley, advancing the runner over to third base. If he'll turn on me and give me his number. I covered it. You knew I was looking that way, I'm sure. So now a chance to bring a runner home third with just one away. 3-1's to count to Eli Ketter, who flew out to left and reached his second at bat. Count goes full. Ketter hasn't swung yet. Oh, here's where I got caught up on things. Ketter's going to bring the run home. I missed putting Grant Hafley in the lineup. And that's just my bad. I had 8 players in the lineup, and they put him down at the bottom of the list. Hafley just came home to score. That was what I was referring to. I wasn't sure if it was a pinch runner. But we've got Ketter over at first, still with one away. 6 runs across now in the inning on a 9-0 lead. And the first pitch to Ty Hager is low and outside, ball 1. Well, that's the disadvantage, too, of not necessarily knowing these kids by previous experience. Cooper Bradley knocks the ball down. That one almost could have got away. It would have advanced a runner. Calderwood pitch, 2-0 count. Goes 3-0 on the low and outside pitch. That's where he throws a lot. Hager's the 9th batter this evening, or this inning, to face Calderwood. Got a strike there, and it goes 3-1. Again, the Marysville batters aren't tempted to swing. They're just waiting the pitchers out. Base hit up the middle. Ripped it past Calderwood. Advances the runner Hager with a single. And there's 2 on with 1 away. On a 9-0 Marysville lead with 6 runs across in the inning. Here's Noah Polson, who led off the 4th. Drew a walk. He was that first run to score. Singled his first at bat. Polson scored twice today. Runners at first and second, still 1 away. Calderwood kind of fakes out to second. On the 10-run rule, you have to get 5 innings in the books. Low, ball 1, advances the runners. So a pair of runners in scoring position at second and third. Polson up in the count, 1 ball. Caught a strike to even the count. Quick throw over to third. Nice stop by the third baseman. That got away. He had trouble. He backed into it sideways. 1-1 pitch. Low and inside. Evens the count. Caught the inside corner. It's 2-2. Becker and Ketter waiting with 1 away. Count goes full, low and outside. Olson walked his last at bat. Could walk, the bases loaded here. Calderwood pitch is a swing and a miss, and Polson is down on strikes. Took a pretty good rip. If he could connect, might have brought 2 runs home. Instead, is out number 2 in the inning. Leaves runners at second and third for J.T. Becker, the cleanup batter. Henry Ketter's on deck if Becker keeps it alive. He's walked twice today. Scored once, stranded once. Foul tip, strike one. Breeze is coming up here. I didn't secure my paperwork. Nice east breeze, middle 70s this afternoon. Just very light showers ahead of the second game today. Couldn't ask for better conditions. Swing and a miss. Becker down 2 strikes. Way inside. Becker ducks, and the count goes 1-2. Runners at second and third with 2 away. Marysville stranded just 1 here today. Stranded 2. I recount. This one evens the count at 2-2, right? Caught the corner. Caught him looking for out number 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Calderwood, the reserve pitcher, to finally end the inning. As 6 runs come across for Marysville, we'll add the numbers. A 9-0 Marysville lead after 4 in the Class A State Legion Baseball Tournament.
Life happens fast, but being protected doesn't have to be complicated. At World Insurance, we make insurance simple. Auto, home, farm, crop, and business coverage built around you. No call centers, no confusion, just real people right here in your community. Call 785-562-2393 or stop by 715 Broadway in Marysville and see Rachel, Jen, or Tammy for a free quote. World Insurance, coverage you can count on.
Always on the lookout for the perfect gift? Get away with a shopping day at Reflections in downtown Marysville. This is Sharon Kramer. As your locally owned Hallmark Gold Crown store, Reflections has a gift for you, your home, or someone else. Hallmark cards and keepsake ornaments, Woodwick and Yankee candles, toys for all ages, home and garden decor, and K-State and KU memorabilia, still offering custom picture framing for that unique gift, large or small. Open Monday through Saturday, Reflections in downtown Marysville is
so much more than your favorite Hallmark store.
And Reflections had their ornament premiere last week. If you didn't make it in, you'll have time to get those Christmas ornaments. A 9-0 Marysville lead in a 6-run rally in the 4th inning. As starter Tucker Bradley comes out early in the 4th, and reserve pitcher Ty Calderwood just had a struggle. Marysville would bring 6 runs across on a base hit. Calderwood gave up a couple of 3-4 base on balls. Wound up with a couple of strikeouts to finally get out of a long inning. Brings Ottawa back to the plate versus Peyton Adams, starting pitcher, still on the mound for Marysville. First pitch taken to short center field, and it's a base hit for Landon Reed. Reed went after it with the best hit, I think, this afternoon. He's on board to lead off the 5th inning as Ottawa needs to get their bats alive. We could be looking at the 10-run rule if Marysville holds them scoreless and could add another run in the 5th. Otherwise, we could go 7. All right, we've got some substitute players here. Thank you. That always complicates things. New man at the plate. Takes first pitch low and outside. So the batter's Michael McCann. He's a .354 batter. .10 pitch. Another base hit. This one's out to right field, and the runner advances. Pair of base on balls as the Ottawa bats finally come to life here in their half of the 5th inning. 2 on, none away. Back to the top of the order for Bryce Robertson. Keegan Cooley is on deck. Ottawa's only stranded 2 runners in the previous 4 innings. They've got 2 on board here to lead off. Robertson foul tip at strike 1. He flew out to left, struck out his second at bat. Adams checking the runners. Foul tip. Count goes 2 strikes. Grounder to Adams on the mound, flips to third for the out. Fielder's choice allows Robertson to first. There's one away as Landon Reed is tagged over at first. Bradley advances to second. There's runners at first and second, one away for Keegan Cooley, his third at bat. He walked, he struck out. Tucker Bradley on deck if they didn't change the batting lineup. He was the starting pitcher. Yeah, I think he may still be out there in the rotation. Close, missed inside, 1 ball. Couple of walks given up by Peyton Adams for Marysville. Then a gem on the mound. He caught that one on the inside corner, 1-1 the count. Ottawa yet to score today, trailing 9-0. Top of the 5th. A look to second as Reed diving back in time. Big swing and a miss. Count goes 1-2. Adams, check of the runners. Got away from the catcher. Runners advance. Wild pitch got away from Henry Ketter behind the plate. Advancing Reed to third, Bradley to second. So 2 in scoring position now with 1 away for Keegan Cooley, even in the count at 2-2. Way high and outside, full count on Cooley. Cooley, a .320 batter this season. Takes a grounder, mishandled by the second baseman, flips to first. Going to be in time? I don't know. Brought a run across. Landon Reed scores their first run in the ball game. They did get the runner over at first, so Cooley is sacrificed to bring the run home. And out number 2. Does put an Ottawa run on the board. They trail 9-1. Runner at third base with 2 away. And the first pitch is high, ball 1. For Tucker Bradley. Stays in the batting rotation. He came off the mound. He went over to third base. Inside. Count 2-0. Ottawa would hate to strand that runner out at third. Caught the corner. Count goes 2-1. They've got some ground to make up as Marysville brought 6 runs across in their half of the 4th. Half-hearted swing. The count goes 2-2. We're back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Win or lose today in the double elimination bracket. We stay here on this field if we win. We head over to Pittsburgh State if we lose. Right now, if Marysville can stay with the lead, they'd face Topeka Senators tomorrow morning. They edged Iola 4-3 earlier today. Talked to their coach. Lose, and they fall to the bottom side of the bracket to meet Iola. Base on balls puts Bradley on the corner at first. Runners at first and third. Trevin Cox is the batter. Struck out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. The number 6 batter to face Peyton Adams in the inning. Rips it down the left field line. It's foul. Well, the first 2 games went right on schedule here. They allowed 2 hours per ball game, which doesn't always get you done in time. But we started just a little after 4 o'clock, even with all the activities ahead of the ball game. The late game is going to be a late start tonight. It's scheduled at 6, and I know we're not going to make that. Count goes 1-1 on Trevin Cox. With runners at first and third, 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Pop up. Foul out of play down the left field line. Cox, a .410 batter. Down in the count 1-2. Swung. The ball picked up by the catcher to flip to first in time. Side retired. So Cox is down on strikes to end the inning with a run across for Ottawa, trailing Marysville 9-1 after 4.5 from Pittsburgh.
There is a difference. Oh, what a difference.
When it comes to financing your operation, you want to deal with someone who knows agriculture. Our loan officers are experienced in ag lending. Get your ag loans here. First Commerce Bank. Experience the difference. Member FDIC.
There is a difference.
As a farm or ranch owner, you've invested heavily in your agribusiness, especially in your livestock. Protecting them from accidents, fires, and other natural disasters is crucial for your farm's success. At Blue Valley Insurance, we recognize the importance of your animals as assets to your livelihood. Visit our offices in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, or Marysville to explore comprehensive livestock insurance options tailored to your needs. Safeguard your farm's future with Blue Valley Insurance today.
Ottawa scores their first run in the top of the 5th inning on a couple of base hits off Peyton Adams. He's gone the distance for Marysville now. 5 innings in the books. No errors, 2 left on for Ottawa, but they get their first run across, trailing Marysville 9-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. I kind of forgot, since we stream, and you can pick us up anywhere, we're on the air here in Pittsburgh, and some of the Marysville folks checked in to make sure which side we were on tonight. AM 1570, FM 94.1's the translator, streaming at KNDYradio.com, and always on the free mobile app. We appreciate our Sports Booster Club members making our coverage possible this week. We apologize. Last week, it was just a perfect storm with both Marshall and Washington County fairs. And then our AM transmitter on the eve of our 70th anniversary went down with a bad power supply that we got back up early this week, just in time for the state tournament. Henry Ketter leads off the 5th inning for Marysville. His 4th at bat. Blowing outside is the pitch from Ottawa. Ketter flew out to left, walked twice today, stranded, scored once. Up in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Ketter's the leadoff batter in the Marysville order. Caught the corner, count goes 2-1. Cole Ringstorff on deck, Alex Shale in the hole. Marysville 3 runs across in the 2nd, adding 6 in the 4th. Strike evens the count 2-2. Alderwood winds and fires. It is foul tip, stay alive at 2-2. Marysville bats absolutely on fire in that Class B state tournament last week. Almost 500. They scored 71 runs in 4 games. Wild pitch. Got away. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the Marysville leadoff batter, Henry Ketter. And another foul tip. Count remains 3-2. Yeah, by way of welcome, we say hello to the local folks who made the trek down here. About a 4.5-hour drive straight through. We left about 10, got in about 2. Base on balls, 4th walk for Ketter here in the contest. Runner on, Cole Ringstorff is the batter. Alex Shale is on deck. Ringstorff reached on an error, was stranded, flew out to right, reached and scored his last time out. Check of the runner. Ketter's back at first. Again, a look over the shoulder at the runner. Pitch was low and outside. They fired a second, not before Henry Ketter dives in with a stolen base. Runner in scoring position, none away. And they did call that a strike. One strike pitch. Evens the count, outside. 18-5, Marysville this season. Ottawa's 14-16. First time they've met. Inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Had a doubleheader scheduled. Ottawa couldn't come up with enough players. At 5 losses, 2 of those to Hiawatha. They're here in the tournament. They advanced over their opponent earlier today. Count goes low, 3-1. Lost to Seneca, lost to Donovan County. And let's see, where's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Corning was the other loss. But an 18-5 mark and a Class B state title. What a season. Marysville post 163. Bounce hit, full count, full Ringstorff. At the plate with a runner at second, none away. Base on balls, got away from the catcher. Ketter will advance to third. So runners on the corners for Alex Shale. Shale is fourth at bat. Popped up to the shortstop, hit by a pitch, reached a base on balls, scored it his last time up. Ottawa's going to shuffle the pitching lineup again. Pitching. And when you're in this double elimination tournament, you try your best to get past that first round game. Save your ace. But obviously that's not happening for Ottawa, changing pitchers for a second time in the contest. Trailing Marysville 9-1. At this point, they just want to stay alive to play another day. Marysville went to town with 3 runs in the second, adding 6 in their half of the fourth inning. They hold a 9-1 advantage as Ottawa scored their only run top of this 5th inning. Pitcher warming up. We'll be back.
For reliable trash pickup and roll-off service, call on Temps Disposal. Containers sized to meet your needs for residential, commercial, and construction jobs. Always prompt and professional, Temps Disposal serves Marshall, Washington, and Gage counties. Let them go to work for you. If it's their weekly collection schedule or one-time pickups for construction, moving, or cleanup, Temps Disposal in Marysville is a phone call away at 785-562-5360.
Napa know-how.
Locally owned, locally operated, your Napa Parts store in Marysville offers Napa parts and accessories, plus the tools, equipment, and supplies you need to get every job done right the first time. The right tools at the right price, plus Napa know-how. From your locally owned and locally operated Napa Parts store in Marysville, Enan's Automotive.
Napa know-how.
Well, it didn't take long for the coach to make the call for Nick Munson, who's only thrown 7 innings, pitched in 3 games so far this year for Ottawa. He's struck out 7, given up 10 base on balls. Base on balls have been a big part of the problem for Ottawa pitching today, starting with Tucker Bradley, who went 3, and then Ty Calderwood came in relief. Now Nick Munson comes into the bottom of the 5th inning, facing Alex Shale for a first time. Munson's a right-handed pitcher. All 3 have been right-handed pitchers for Ottawa. Inherits runners at first and third. And is low and outside, ball 1 on the first pitch from Nick Munson. Pitching and a couple of errors have been the big problem for Ottawa here today. Shale thought about it. Caught a strike on the inside corner, evens the count 1-1. Inside goes 2-1. Teams arriving for the late game. They've got some time to wait. I don't think we'll start nearly top of the hour. Goes to Pittsburgh, and Smith County comes in out of northwest Kansas. Blowing outside, 3-0 count on Alex Shale, who's walked once, was hit by a pitch earlier today. Takes it to left field. That's an RBI single. Alex Shale takes a 3-1 count for a base hit single. Advancing Ringstorff over to third, bringing Ketter home to score. It's 10-1 Marysville. And if I'm correct, Marysville adds a run here in the fifth. They can call the game on the 10-run rule. Gavin Leduc is the batter. He struck out, flew out to center, reached, scored his last time up. Munson's first pitch, taken to left field. That should bring the run home. Gavin Leduc with a base hit single brings Ringstorff home to score. Marysville wins on the 10-run rule, and 11-1 Marysville win. Taking advantage of Ottawa pitching and a couple of Ottawa errors, Marysville scored 3 in the first, 6 in the second. Ottawa's only run would have kept them alive in the fifth inning, but Marysville adds 2 in the fifth to win it. 11-1, advancing to face Topeka post 421 Senators. A 10 a.m. start tomorrow on the winner's side of the bracket back here at JC Ballpark in Pittsburgh.
Farming is your way of life. State Farm agent John Bannister gets that. State Farm's farm policies are designed to deliver broad, flexible coverage customized to how you run your operation. Protect what you've worked hard to build. John is proud to tailor coverage to meet the vast needs of your farm. Contact State Farm agent John Bannister, 1022 Broadway in Marysville today.
When you rollers send for Schroller.
For complete body repair, see Jeff at Schroller Collision Center. A family business for several generations, let Jeff and his quality crew help you with your auto needs. Schroller Collision Center, 701 Carolina, 562-3546.
Kickafer and Bussing, certified public accountants in Marysville and now in Seneca, are qualified and available to assist you with all of your income tax and accounting needs. Stop by and visit Ken Kickafer, Kent Bussing, or their staff of certified public accountants and paraprofessionals. For prompt and friendly service, contact Kickafer and Bussing at their 2 locations, 1100 Broadway in Marysville at 562-2100 or 508 Main Street in Seneca at 336-2400 to set up an appointment. Kickafer and Bussing, where quality begins.
When it comes to taking care of your vehicle, trust the team that treats you like family. Spellmeyer Automotive in Marysville. We're family-owned and operated, proudly serving our community with honest, reliable auto care. From routine oil changes to major repairs, we're the local shop you can count on. At Spellmeyer Automotive, we believe in quality work, fair prices, and treating every customer like a neighbor. Because you are. Family-driven, trust local, and drive confident. With Spellmeyer Automotive in Marysville, your hometown pros, keeping you moving.
Marysville post 163, the Class B state champions, post a win in first round play in Class A. Marysville goes to 19-5 on the season as Ottawa falls to 14-17. Marysville made short work of Ottawa, scoring 3 runs in the second, adding 6 more in the fourth, 2 runs to win on the 10-run rule. 11-1, Marysville dispatches Ottawa, advancing to face the Topeka Senators tomorrow morning in the winner's bracket at 10 a.m. Hiawatha defeated Chanute earlier today, 6-5. Hiawatha at 12:30 tomorrow will play the winner of the Pittsburgh-Smith County ball game. Iola falling to Topeka will square off with Ottawa on the bottom side of the bracket over at Pittsburgh State. And Chanute, a loss earlier today, will take on the Pittsburgh-Smith County loser tomorrow over at Pittsburgh State. It's a double elimination bracket, so you've got a chance to come back on the bottom side. That's what Marysville battled last year, going 4-2 in that tournament over Iowa. They finally fell to Garnett, just ran out of steam coming back on the bottom side of the bracket. So how important is that win in the first round? That is how important it is. An 11-1 win, a convincing win for Marysville, largely taking advantage of Ottawa pitching and Ottawa errors. There were base hits. Marysville did a good job at the plate, but they were very patient watching the pitches. As a result, through a number of walks here today, one hit by a pitch. It was just an all-around good game. Marysville fielded well. Peyton Adams went the distance for Marysville. Would have given up 4 hits. Just the one run in the top of the fifth inning. An 11-1 win for Marysville. Brings them back tomorrow at 10. We'll take pregame shortly before 10 a.m. on AM on 1570 FM, 94.1. Streaming, KNDYradio.com, and always on our free mobile app. Want to thank Max and Katie back in studios. Max got me all set up here today. I'll come back with at least a game's experience tomorrow. 10 a.m. start. We're on air. We're online. We're on our mobile app and a service of our KNDY Sports Booster Club members.
At your service 24/7, on air, online, and on our mobile app. News, weather, sports, and more. Yours from KNDY.